I was never good at math from the get-go. And I think it only got worse as the classes got higher and just the general things just got more difficult.
I had a bit of a problem with chemistry, organic chemistry to be exact. After school, I usually go on YouTube to watch classes that summarize what teacher has taught me in class. Over the pandemic in 2020, I had to stay at home and still study for my upcoming external exams, and a lot of my classes I had not completed the schemes.
When it's time to write an exam that's based off of everything you've learned and you realize that you don't know enough, it's pretty scary.
I tried learning online, but then what I was seeing on YouTube wasn't quite helping me, because you're learning from the US, it's not the same syllabus, definitely not the same as WAEC.
Online classes were not really helping at all. I was losing knowledge, not gaining it. I was spending time watching TV, on my phone, sleeping. If I fail math, I'm gonna have to write GCE, and that's gonna be terrible. How I'm gonna tell my dad, or his reaction to me failing math. He would have been very disappointed because I hadn't told him that I was struggling. I would have been disappointed in myself for letting him down. I think that's what really hurt me the most, that I was disappointing him if I didn't do well.
We do not have enough practical classes. I know that we did not do up to 5 practicals from my entire senior secondary school, and which is quite bad.
I've always felt behind, even when school was on. So online class just showed me how much I didn't know, because you'd be put on the spot a lot. I don't think they were teaching, they were revising. So I got to see how much my classmates knew and how much I didn't know. And it felt like I was the only one struggling and everyone else was where they should be. I was preparing for the worst. I think it was the middle of quarantine. I can't remember which month, but I remember I was just watching TV like I was always doing instead of reading.
When I was studying through a particular channel on YouTube, I came across an ad and I was like, okay, uLesson, let me see what they have to offer. First time I was seeing an app that taught like the Nigerian syllabus with videos and everything. So let me give this a try.
I was like, this can't be as good as they say it is. So I didn't really pay any mind. But I had mentioned it to a senior of mine and she's like, yeah, she knows about that. And she used it. I was like, really? She's like, try it. I'm like, okay. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. So I downloaded the app, and the very first class I saw, I didn't even pick a topic or anything. I clicked it and I found myself really understanding. For the first time, I was like, you mean this is it? This makes so much sense. And then I watched the second, and then I watched the third. I, at this point, had already gotten a notepad, and I wrote on the top uLesson notes, chemistry, and I was so into it. I was doing diagrams and notes, and then I clicked the fourth one, I think, and it's oh, it's locked or something. And at this point, I'm running to my dad's room, you need to pay this fee. I need uLesson. So I finally got it, and I was so excited. I'm this is the breakthrough. This is what I needed. By the time the sun had set that day, I had literally done 4 hours of chemistry.
If I had the chance to broadcast it, I would have asked so many people to get the uLesson app. They teach as though you're actually in a physical class, and the test that you have afterwards is really good to help you be sure to yourself that you really understood what the teacher explained. I could even vouch for some of the classes. They were even more explanatory than the things that were taught to me in school.
I realized at a very early age that I'm a visual learner, so what I see, I tend to remember more. So I realized that the animations and the diagrams were sticking with me. At the point, it became an addiction. I needed my uLesson after every online class. It was my very own at-home teacher when I needed, how I needed. I was able to do things at my own pace for the first time.
If I didn't stumble on the uLesson app, I honestly do not think I would have done that well. It's one particular topic or something that teacher pointed out in one of the lessons. The question came out in work, and I was quite shocked, but I was happy because they were able to pass that information to me. So thank you to them for doing that.
I'm shocked I did as well as I did in my exams. Sometimes I have to go back and look at the name again to make sure it's my result, And I have, a lot of gratitude towards the uLesson. It could be this easy, and everybody could have this. It's at the touch of, your phone, and you could have your own uLesson and you could have what I had.
Having to imagine how little you pay to receive so much, it's overwhelming. I'm sure it will help a lot of students that are trying to learn and help them practice.
There is an app out there that can help you every day, any day, whenever you need it, and it's really good at what it does. So I would advise everybody, anybody who needs help, to get the uLesson app.